protocols. These personal measures, coupled with stronger public education, tighter enforcement, and prosecution of breaches, and control of non-productive and unnecessary movement and activities, will gradually bring the numbers down and relieve the stress on our health system and the exposure of our frontline workers. I have faith in our Jamaican people that we will quickly develop the understanding and compliance necessary to go about our daily lives in the new normal way. While the pandemic has created a crisis, it has also presented an opportunity for us to reconfigure and modernize our economy and society. Our re-election as a government, aside from being decided on a platform of performance, was also decided by the consideration of the electorate that we will be a strong and effective government to take the necessary actions to see to the emergence of a stronger society and economy from the pandemic. Jamaica will recover stronger and better than before. With such a large and convincing mandate, the greatest challenge will be to manage the internal demands and behavior of those who form the majority. There will be those who feel that the majority is a basis for arrogance, gives license to do as they wish, creates opportunity to pursue their selfish ends and their personal ambitions, gives room for complacency and tolerance for errors. Those who hold such views would be sadly mistaken and soon separated. Every member of the government must be an active agent for the stronger recovery of our economy and society. Every member of the government must understand that this mandate is not about them, it is about the people. No princes or princesses were elected. You have no divine right or entitlement. We are all servants of the public. On the whole, we have built out a fairly good anti-corruption structure through the Integrity Commission and MOCA. They are constrained by the need to complete their legislative framework and expand their investigative and prosecutorial resources. We will ensure that this is completed early in this term. The challenge, however, it's not just one of resources and regulation. It is also one of will and culture. The will to challenge culture. It has been clearly demonstrated that my government has acted within the law when matters arise that are of concern to the public interest. No one has been shown any special favors, given any protection, or influence brought to bear on any anti-corruption agency or investigation. This is a step in the right direction. However, in addition to investigation and prosecution, we must also seek to prevent the occurrence of acts which weaken public trust and damage the integrity of the government. To this end, I have indicated to the Executive Director of the Integrity Commission that each elected representative and each appointed minister will participate in the sensitization and public education programs to be established by the Integrity Commission. This to increase their awareness and understanding of the anti-corruption legislative framework, not just to sensitize them alone, but to ensure that they are seized of their duties under the law and understand that this will be an accountable government. Once we have built confidence of the public that their resources will not be diverted, that the authority vested in us is not being used to create unfair advantage for others, and there is a sense that the elected officials and public servants act with a high level of integrity. Once that is the case, this will unleash a spirit of public support for the government and the state that will make any development plan a success. While this election was conducted in a pandemic, which would have impacted on voter turnout, we are still very concerned about the low voter turnout that has become now a trend over the last 3 elections. We know that a large number of Jamaicans are not satisfied with the integrity, dignity, and efficiency of their state and government. We therefore see strong correlation between the success of our economic and social programs and the trust of the public. We commit to make this government the highest in integrity, dignity, and efficiency. There is no honeymoon period for this government. Already I am back at my desk to continue our recovery plan. We will maintain and strengthen the macroeconomic stability that we have started. We will build and strengthen the institutions that safeguard sustainability of government finances, low and stable inflation, foreign exchange reserve adequacy, and financial sector stability. We will bring into operation the Fiscal Council, and we will also operationalize the independence of the Bank of Jamaica. We will improve the business climate and invest to improve competitiveness by reforming customs, developing a national business portal, and increase technology and business process engineering for greater efficiency in the public sector. We will diversify our economy to increase resilience, promote innovation, support youth entrepreneurs, and explore opportunities within the green and blue economies. We will support the development of coding, animation, film, logistics and fulfillment, among other sectors, to create 150,000 new jobs. We will continue to provide financial support to households and businesses to ensure that together we recover stronger. We will provide $500 million in grants for micro and small businesses that are community-based. We will deploy $1.2 billion in tourism grants to small and medium-sized operators in the tourism sector through the Exim Bank. We will provide $3 billion in agri-care support for our farmers and fisherfolk over the next 3 years. We will deploy $10 billion in loan guarantees to support micro, small, and medium-sized businesses. This will help our economy recover stronger. We will mobilize foreign and domestic investment that improve the delivery of public services or promote innovation while creating jobs. We will launch and complete public-private partnerships for water treatment and storage, sewage, garbage collection, and infrastructure development. We will list state-owned enterprises on the stock exchange, as we have been doing, giving Jamaicans the opportunity to own a piece of these assets. This will create wealth, real wealth in Jamaica, and help our economy recover stronger. We will continue to be vigilant and dedicated in the management of the health response to the COVID-19 pandemic, while investing to improve health capacity and infrastructure. We will strengthen our laboratories and surveillance systems and focus on community health support and continue to promote healthy lifestyles. We will undertake major infrastructure upgrades to the following hospitals: the Spanish Town Hospital, the St. Anne's Bay Hospital, the Maypen Hospital, the Bustamante Children's Hospital, and the UWI Hospital. Together with the completion of the Cornwall Regional Hospital and the Western Children's Hospital, simultaneously, we will also retrofit 110 health facilities across the island with technology that will provide high-speed internet capacity and modern ICT infrastructure to assist in the delivery of health care. We will strengthen the social safety net and increase social equity in the society. We will support access to daycare for low-income families. We will embark on a comprehensive reform of Social Security that will consolidate and simplify statutory deductions while creating more convenient means of participation in the National Insurance Scheme and the National Housing Trust for certain categories of workers. Our Social Security reforms will aim to have universal participation in the National Insurance Scheme, and along with other reforms will pave the way for unemployment insurance to become a reality in Jamaica. While we will make a priority of early childhood education and parenting support, we will improve broadband connectivity in public schools, and we will expand the Tablet in Schools initiative, starting with the procurement of just over 100,000 tablets for teachers and students, and then building beyond that number with creative solutions to focus on access for students in need. We will, in public schools, develop 6 new science, technology, engineering, and math academies at the high school level that will prepare students for careers in the STEM fields. We will also develop an academy for the creatives and performing arts, and we will improve access to tertiary financing so that all our students can have a fair and equal opportunity to access tertiary education. We will ensure that all Jamaicans have access to financial services. We have seen that this is an important requirement for the proper management of the pandemic. We will pursue the use of low-tiered, know your customer bank accounts to increase the number of Jamaicans who have access to functional bank accounts. We will mandate by law that all lenders be required to include transparent, understandable, and comparable information in their product listings and documentation, such that customers can easily choose between financial providers. We will introduce a national digital payment platform that will allow payments to be made seamlessly, productively, efficiently, and with greater financial inclusion and security. This will ensure that all Jamaicans have an opportunity to enter into the formal space, the formal economy. We are committed to closing the digital divide and to the creation of a digital society where technology is woven into the fabric of business and everyday activities so that it engages and empowers every Jamaican, especially in the context of the pandemic. All town centers will be serviced with free Wi-Fi. In addition, we will ensure broadband Wi-Fi access at our community access points. All schools will have broadband Wi-Fi access. We will digitize the public sector. All major public sector services that require applications will be accessible online. We will implement a national identification system, and we're far advanced in this regard, where all Jamaicans will have the opportunity for robust and secure identity that will improve access to public services. We will build a national broadband network infrastructure, which is uniformed, future-proof, resilient, and managed by an independent public-private authority and available to all telecom players in the market to utilize. No more drop calls. The network will be appropriately sized to manage Jamaica's current and expected internet and ICT demand. This will be the new information highway, which will connect and give access to fast and reliable internet to all Jamaicans anywhere in Jamaica. We will ensure that more Jamaicans have access to land, housing, and shelter. This is something I firmly believe in. We have set a target of 70,000 affordable homes, 30% of which will be reserved for our policemen and women, nurses and teachers and civil servants. But I particularly like that 10,000 will be allocated for young people between the ages of 18 and 35. And we will provide them with 100% financing when they seek to purchase these homes. Each year, the NHD will invest a minimum of $1 billion in social housing to include construction and repairs for those who are not able to purchase a home. We have already started to improve the system of the issuance of titles, and we have targeted to issue over 30,000 land titles to Jamaicans who have legitimate claims to land that they have occupied and cultivated for generations. Water. Water is life. I am determined to solve this water problem. On the production side of the problem, we have developed a plan to bring approximately 100 million gallons of water per day into the system, involving pumped hydro storage and desalinization to cover Clarendon, Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, particularly the hilly sections, and parts of St. Thomas. This will solve once and for all our water shortage problems in our utility areas on the southern side of the island and increase the resilience of our country. Friends, countrymen, Jamaica is on the right path. This government has been given a mandate to move with speed and alacrity in fulfilling the great destiny of this country. We will not squander it. We will use it wisely to build public trust, continue the partnerships for prosperity, to be inclusive and caring for the poor and vulnerable, to be prospecting and enterprising in fulfilling the dreams and ambitions of the youth, and make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, do business, and retire in paradise. God bless Jamaica, land we love.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the singing of the national anthem, led by members of the Jamaica Youth Chorale, accompanied by the military band, conducted by Bandmaster Warrant Officer Class 1, Paul Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the program. Please remain by your seats until the members of the official party have left. On behalf of His Excellency the Governor General, Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, and the Most Honorable Mrs. Holness, thank you for your presence and participation in this significant national event. Good afternoon.
Mentioned by our orator, Ms. Faye Ellington, we have come to the end of the swearing-in ceremony for the Prime Minister of Jamaica. We encourage you to stay with us as 4 ministers of government will be sworn in approximately 30 minutes. We heard the national anthem after the Prime Minister's inaugural address, the national anthem rendered to us by the Jamaica Youth Chorale. And the Jamaica Youth Chorale is an award-winning chorale that was established in 2008 to give young Jamaican singers and musicians an opportunity to showcase their talents to a global audience while creating opportunities for its members. The group is a non-profit organization and it has performed at a number of international festivals. The founder and principal director of the chorale is Greg Sims, who started the choir at age 22. And on your screen you are seeing our Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Andrew Michael Holness, speaking with President of the Jamaica Union of Seventh-day Adventists, Pastor Everett Brown, and greeting other guests. During the 30-minute period, the ballroom will be sanitized and guests will be arriving for the following ceremony, the swearing-in of the 4 government ministers. The Governor General, Sir Patrick Allen, he'll be swearing in 4 key cabinet positions, ministers. They are the Ministers of Finance, the Minister of Health, Foreign Affairs, and National Security. And that ceremony we expect to begin at 4:30 p.m. Of course, if you paid close attention to the Prime Minister's address, he indicated that this administration had to get to work quickly, considering our current situation. I just want to spend some time acknowledging those who have joined us online. You've joined us through the JIS live stream on our website, www.jis.gov.jm, or social media pages, but also we had several persons who joined us on Zoom, and I'd just like to acknowledge a few of those persons. The Prime Minister of Barbados and the head of CARICOM, Mia Motley, was with us. Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Alan Chastanet, was with us. Secretary General of CARICOM, Erwin LaRocque, was with us. And Premier Joseph Farrell of Montserrat was with us. Premier Charlene Robinson of the Turks and Caicos Islands, Ambassador of the Dominican Republic, Felix Garcia, and Ambassador Audrey Marks to the United States, and the head of the European Union, all were with us. And you're seeing on your screen the names of many of our dignitaries that have joined us. We thank you for being here with us, and all others who have given us their viewership and patronage this afternoon, and we do hope you stay with us for the following ceremony, the swearing in of 4 key government ministers this afternoon.
Jamaica, home of